Hi crafters, come on in. Welcome back to Simply Charlease, where new crafters like to hang out. Look at what we're going to create today. A ring. And all we're going to use is one bead and some 20 gauge wire. Okay, there's one. And here's another one, a little tiny one. And matter of fact, let me let you see what this looks like on. How cute is that? All right, let's get started. All right, the supplies that we're going to need today. We're going to need some 20 gauge wire. We'll need some jewelry cutters. We'll need some jewelry pliers. We'll need a ring mandle. And the mandle has all the different sizes on it. And I have a second mandle, and the reason I have this is because this particular one allows you to sit the bead here and it doesn't move. There's a little groove there, so it's just easier to work with. But there are good reasons for having this metal one. This one's plastic, this one's metal. A ruler and a jewelry hammer. Okay. And of course, we're going to need a bead. Okay. I have a couple of pinks and I have a blue one. I think since it's still October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I think I'm going to do the pink one. Okay. All right, guys, let's get started. First thing we need to do is cut our wire. So I'm going to measure out about 18 inches. It doesn't have to be exact, but 18 is a good amount. That's about 18 right there. And then we're going to take our wire cutters and snip it. Okay. And that's all we should need our wire cutters for. That's all we should need the wire for. Okay. And that's all we need the ruler for. All right. So what we need to do, the beads have a hole in them. And I need to find the hole. There we go. And we're just going to put it on the wire. And we're going to try to make it about half. Okay. Again, it doesn't have to be exact, but close would be good. And when we get to that, what we consider about the halfway mark, we're just going to bend it on either side to keep the bead stationary. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. And then we're going to take our ring mandle. And I'm going to try to make about a size 7. And in order to do that, you need to go up to about size 8. Okay. I may get out of the frame so I can see. As a matter of fact, let me put my reading glasses on so I can see these small numbers. Okay, let's see. We want a 7, so we're going to go to about 8, and that's where that is, about 8. All right, and we're going to take the finger to hold that in place, and we're going to wrap the wire around once, the front one in the front, and twice. Okay, and then leave it out. All right, then we're going to go to the other side, wrap, oops, you see what I mean? about this bead staying in place. Wrap it around once and twice. Okay, so when you flip it over, you should have 4 pieces of wire. Okay, you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now we're going to try to push that wire closer to the bead. Okay, you're kind of closing these up. All right, then you're going to take 1 wire, and I hope you guys can see this, and I'm going to wrap it around the bead 1 time. And I apologize if I put my hand in the way. We're wrapping it around 1 time, all right, and leave it. And then we're going to take the other wire and wrap it around 1 time. And that's supposed to stabilize the bead, okay? All right, once we get it wrapped around, we're going to take the whole project off of the ring mandle. Okay, and this is what we have. Okay, now you could actually wrap it around again if you want on both sides, but you probably should use more wire. But for this particular project, I'm only going to wrap it around once in one direction and once in the other direction. All right, once I've done that, I'm going to take the wire and feed it through the body of the ring. Okay, and that's what you need the, I think they're called flat nose pliers, so that you can pull it tight. And I've seen people do it with their hands, but they're professional jewelry makers and they've been doing it for years and the hands are tough. Mine aren't that tough yet. Okay, but what I'm doing, and I hope you can see, is I'm pulling that tight. Okay, that's 1 time. Now I'm going to feed it through the body of the ring again. Okay, and I'm going to pull it tight. Pull it tight. And we want to kind of push that, make sure that it's close to the bead. And I'm going to feed it through 1 more time and pull it through. I'm trying to look at the camera and look at what I'm doing, and that's a little difficult. Okay, 1 more time. And when I'm finished, that's not quite tight enough. Let me pull. Oh, make it tight. There we go, I think. Let's see. Get it nice and tight. Okay. And I'm gonna feed it through. Let's see if that's how. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I'm gonna take these flat nose pliers, I think, and I want to make sure that the wire that I've threaded through 3 times is kind of close to the bead, to the base of the ring. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna take. Oh, I said we were through with this, but no, not quite. We're gonna cut relatively close, and we want to leave just enough so that we can wrap the wire underneath the band of the ring. Okay, so just enough for that. And that should do it. All right, and then we're gonna, you see what we got there? Hopefully. And then we're going to wrap that under the band. And if you find, I think I left a little bit too much, so I'm gonna snip a little bit more off. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys. These glasses are helping a little bit, but they're not doing all that they can do. All right, you see I just got a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm gonna press that under the band. There we go. And then we're gonna make sure that it's flush to the band so that it doesn't scratch, okay? So you're gonna squeeze that, and then you want to test it. And I got some extra here that I need to get rid of because that's gonna scratch. And be careful when you're snipping this wire, because you don't want it to fly off in your eye. Come on. I did the other two that I practiced on. They went perfectly smooth. And see what happened here, guys, was I still had not cut off enough of the wire. Okay, now we should be good to go. All right, now I want to press that under the band, and I want to make sure that it's nice and flush, and then test it to make sure that it doesn't scratch. And that's good. That one's good. All right, now we want to go to the other side, and we're going to feed the wire through the band, and we're going to pull it through. Let's see. Yeah. Pull it through. Make it tight. Pull it through. There we go. And we're going to feed it through again. And we're going to pull it through. Pull it through. Make it tight. Okay. Let's see. And we want to push that closer to the base of the ring. And we're going to do it again. Pull it through. Pull it through. Make it tight. Okay. Let's push that over. Let's see. We got, hold on, I might get out of the frame for a second. I need to count here. 1, 2. I need one more. Okay. Yeah. All right, I need to thread it through again. Let's push this stuff up close. Pull it tight. Pull it tight. Okay. All right. And we want to make sure everything's close to the band. There we go. So it's nice and neat. So you see how that looks on that side? You want it to look the same on this side. Okay. Now we're going to snip it. And hopefully I'll snip it close enough this time. Okay. And we want to press that little piece. We want to press that down and under the band. There we go. And we want to press it tight. Make sure that it's flat. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And once you get it pressed down flat, you want to test it to make sure that it's not scratchy. And that's not quite flush enough because I could feel it when I ran my finger through it. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, that's good. That's good. And see, guys, we got that ring. It looks pretty good. And the metal mandel, let me show you something that it's absolutely good for. Oh, I got a size 7 too. You see that? There's 6 on this side and 8 on that side. But what you do, one of the things that you can do with this mandel that you can't do with the plastic one is you don't ask me what the science is, but when you hammer the metal, it makes the wire hard so that it keeps its shape. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just hammering it all around. And I hope I'm staying in the frame because I wasn't looking. But the idea is to just gently hammer, and then the ring will hold its shape, okay? All right, guys. Let's see what we got here. That's what we were going for, size 7. That's what I wear. Okay? And we got us another pink ring. And the blue one. And I had made another little, I was trying to make a pinky ring, but I made it way too small. So this would be cute for some little girl. Anyway, and I have this big bead here, and I'm thinking I might try. What do you think? You think that would make a big cocktail ring? Yeah. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I made these 3, and this is the one we made together. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with your girl. I love these. See you next time. Bye, guys.